Hey guys, welcome to Diving In Blindly. It's Christmas Eve. I hope you're doing well. Don't forget to subscribe by hitting the bell notification twice to get all notifications instead of occasional ones. And also, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a like and splash that like button and come hang out with us for Christmas Eve, because that's what we do. We are at Dairy Queen and I don't have my food yet, but this is my soda. This is my outfit. Very unchristmassy, huh? Very cool. Anyways, we are waiting for our food, and I don't know what else we're gonna do tonight. I usually hang out with some of my family, my sister and her kids and my parents, and we usually get KFC for dinner, and the kids, sometimes us, not always, but the kids open like a gift on Christmas Eve, and we just hang out and wait for 11 o'clock church service and stuff like that. So anyways, come along for the ride and I will see you in a bit. So they have $6 meals, and you can get chicken strips and fries, or like a burger and fries, and then you get like a sundae. So this is my chicken strips and fries meal. Where's my toast? I don't get toast. Stop. Fudge buckets. Anyways, I was looking forward to the toast. Anyways, so that's the meal, and then I'm getting a cookie dough blizzard, but like after the meal, you get a sundae, and then you can pay $1 to upgrade it to a blizzard. So this is my cookie dough sundae. Blizzard, I mean. Yummy, yummy. So that didn't record. Apparently we were sitting at my sister's house and I was hanging out talking to the kids, and all of a sudden my sister was like, "We're going to see cats and it starts at 4." And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah." And so now we're here seeing cats. She surprised me, so I'm super excited. I've heard bad things about it, but I hope it's good because I've been wanting to see it. So I'm really excited. This is my soda, and then I got like a popcorn and my headphones for the description, and then this is like the reclining seats. So I'll see you after cats. So we are done seeing cats, and now we are going to get Christmas Eve dinner and see if something's open. If not, then it's not. I will tell you about the movie later. I liked it. It was not like what I was expecting from like the stuff I heard in the reviews, but then again, I'm blind. But I did have description. I missed the beginning because it wasn't working right. Well, we didn't know how to apparently work the headphones. Last time I got these headphones, they didn't work either, because they changed them from the box ones to these like wireless ones, and they have the hearing thing for the deaf and the description, and you have to set it like the right way, and I don't know, last time I got it, it didn't work, and I brought it back and they gave me a box one, and then this time they figured it out. So apparently you have to mess with the buttons to make it like work. And so yeah, I did have the description, so I knew what was going on, but they don't really describe like what the cats look like that much and stuff. Like they'll say like a slender gray tabby cat, or like Victoria or Mr. Mistopheles, but they don't like describe the appearance of the cats really, which I get, because it'd be really hard to like when they do description, they don't really describe what people look like. Sometimes they do, but not like in a ton of detail. Like if you watch Frozen, they talk about Elsa and Anna in the first one as like adult, like growing up, and then adults and stuff. But they don't really describe like what they're, sometimes they'll describe what they're wearing, but they don't really go into detail about like their hair color and their eye color and stuff like that. So it's kind of different. Like So, like, you know what's going on, but they can't describe, like, every little tiny thing, and they can't go into detail and be like, sometimes they'll say, like, this cat has brown fur or whatever, but they can't, there's only so much you can do to describe something that's visual, without being able to see it. Like, you can only describe so much in a certain way, and then, like, you run out of options. So, like, seeing something is seeing something, and then describing it, you have to use the words, and so it's really easy to run out of, like, terms, or, like, you can only describe to a certain degree. So it's very, like, they do describe what's going on, but it's very different than actually being able to see. But I thought it was interesting because there was, like, an interview where people were saying, like, everybody in the theater was laughing hysterically and all this weird stuff, and nobody in our theater was doing that. I think the lady next to me was also crying. I'm not sure, but she was, like, sniffling, so she either had a cold or she was crying. I'm not positive. I know what I was doing, but I don't know what she was doing. But I thought that was interesting because, like, people made it out to be, like, the worst thing ever put on planet Earth, and it's not that bad. Like, is it the best movie ever made? No. But it's not, like, the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, there's a movie that I walked out of one time. It was awful. And it wasn't even that bad. Like, I don't even remember what the movie was. Aaron wanted to see. It was about some drug dealer that has, like, so many days before he turns himself into jail. I don't know. All I remember, it was, like, the worst movie. Somehow we snuck Arby's into the movie theater. I don't know how we did it. Like, we had, like, bags of, like, Arby's, and we just walked in, and nobody said anything at all. So we just, like, sat in there and ate our Arby's, and then halfway through the movie, like, me and Aaron, and I thought Tracy was with us, but I'm not sure. We just walked out. We were like, this movie sucks. And I was like, I'm so sorry I wasted your money. And Aaron's like, I wasted my money. So, like, he was super mad, and, like, I was super mad. But, I mean, it wasn't even like that. And that was a bad movie. Like, oh. I didn't think I could ever walk out of a movie, but the one time I have, actually. I never thought that would ever happen, but it did. So that was really interesting. But if anybody's seen Cats, I wanted to know, I doubt they have, because most of my followers seem to be family, but if I get some other people that see this, why did they not like Grisabella, the, like, older, like, cat, but they all, like, they were mocking her and then, like, making fun of her. Like I said, I missed the beginning, so I don't know exactly what was going on. I know that they show Victoria being thrown in the street because I heard that on another person's review, but obviously I didn't have that described because, like, the headphones weren't working. Well, they were, but we didn't know how to work them. So I was just curious, like, why did they not like her? And, like, they made fun of her, like, 2 or 3 different times, and I thought it was odd. Like, I don't understand what she did to be, like, such a horrible cat or whatever. Like, so if anybody knows, you could explain that to me. I said I wasn't going to talk about this until later, but I might as well finish. God. What's her name? Francesca Hayward. Sorry, I'm coughing again. Francesca Hayward has, like, a really pretty voice, and I thought her ballerina moves were really cool, because apparently she is from the Principal Royal Ballet, or the Royal Principal Ballet, something like that. I'm sorry to you ballerina people. I don't know. It's like a ballerina school, I believe, in London, or I don't know. It's like something to do with ballet. Anyway, I thought she had a really pretty voice, and it was sad, but I really liked the scene where I liked the scene where J-Hud was singing Memories, and then, like, right after that, like, J-Hud went to leave, and Victoria, or Francesca, was singing Beautiful Ghost. and then like Grisabella kept like looking back at her, and like I liked that scene. And then like she was telling old Deuteronomy that she like doesn't belong and she was abandoned or whatever. That was really sad. And then I liked when she was singing Mr. Mistopheles. I actually liked that song. That was a catchy song. And then I liked the part where there's a part where she goes up to Grizz, and Victoria does, and she's like singing part of Memory as she's like walking up to Grizz. And I liked that part. I liked her character a lot, and I liked her voice, and I just thought it was really pretty. And Jennifer Hudson has like a really pretty voice, but she always has. And that's like her. I don't know. I didn't know she could sing like that though. Like, I don't know. Like, I knew she could sing, but it was different for her, I think. And like, I didn't know she could sing that. I mean, like, I don't know. I think that took a lot of vocal talent to do. It's so funny because everyone's like, oh, Memory is the only song I like from Cats and blah, blah, blah. And like, everybody knows it. And like, this is, before this movie came out, I'd never even heard of Cats. I didn't know what it was. And I'd never heard of Memories. And everyone was saying like, oh, it's famous. And I'm like, I never heard this before. So I thought that was interesting. And then I thought it was interesting that like the I don't know, I thought that was interesting that people were like saying it was so famous, because I never heard of any of that. I kind of knew a little bit about the ending, because when the Cats movie was coming out, some girl made a movie about like, let's talk about Cats, what it's about. And I didn't understand what it was about from the trailer, so I watched it. But it didn't really change the, like, I thought it would ruin it, but it didn't. Anyways, I don't know what to say. I will probably think of more later, but I think we're about to be where we're gonna be. So, I will see you guys in a bit. So, KFC is closed, and apparently they closed early this year. I don't know why or what the heck happened. They've always been open till 8. We think they weren't busy enough, but they've always been open till 8, and apparently they closed at 6, except for one on 48th and L that closed at 7, which we would have never made it to. So now we are going to get Valentino's, because they said we could get pizza up until 7:20. So we are on the way to pick up the pizza. So we got the pizza and the wings and the cheese bread, and we're on the way home, back to my sister's house. I was gonna buy my sister a Diet Pepsi, but it was $1.50 for a can. Oh.
But probably pay almost the same. I don't know, probably a bottle.
Not $1.50 for a can.
Probably a bottle.
Yeah. We're trying to get my sister a diet soda. I have a soda from the Cats movie because I refilled my soda on the way out and she didn't get one. And
just a diet?
Yeah, unless you want one. So we're getting a Diet Coke for my sister and going home to eat because we're all starving. And it was fun. This has been a fun day. I was really surprised. Like, my dad said that my sister had to go somewhere, so we had to go babysit, and I just assumed that he meant like she had to go buy like something last minute or whatever. And then we were just sitting around, and she's like, we gotta go, and I need to go to the store and get something. So I was like, where are we going? Because I was like, huh? And then she's like, we're going to see Cats. And I was like, what? She's like, it starts at 4, we have to leave. And so I was like, oh. So I was really surprised, because all of a sudden she's like, we need to go. And I'm like, where? We have to go to the store like now? And she's like, no. So yeah, so it's been interesting. But yeah, so we're gonna go home and eat, and then I will be back. I might film my food, I don't know, but I'll be back.
Well, heck,
What the heck?
Buddy said they're warm.
Who cares? Do you have ice?
Got a little bit of ice. There's a bag I
okay.
bought. We can break it
So,
up.
apparently it's $3 for 2 liters of soda. That's insanely crazy.
$1.50 a piece.
$1.50 a piece, which would have been the same price as that can. And I almost bought it. I'm so mad.
Yeah, this one, there'll be more.
Yeah. Teresa can have leftover diet too. So yeah, so that actually worked out running into that gas station. Why would they spill?
Because I just set them there. You might want to pick them up and hold them.
Oh my god. Hold on, guys.
Parking lot over there is completely full for that Chinese place.
That is crazy.
And that Indian grocery store is still open.
Yeah,
That's weird.
Sorry, I'm trying to pick up soda. There's an Indian grocery store that's open, and there's like a Chinese, like Asian or Chinese something, and it's, my dad said the parking lot's just like jammed full, and there's tons of people there. So I thought that was like really crazy, because I don't know, I told my dad it's probably because they're one of the few things open, but I just thought that was really crazy. So we have the soda now, and we are going home.